so it's Black History Month.
Whoop whoop!
Yes, 28 days.
28 days of white people acknowledging our history, which we acknowledge it every day.
Yes.
Every day is Black History Day.
And I think we're doing a better job of trying to educate each other on like our contributions to society, to American culture, to basically the world.
And shout out to all the Latinx community finally acknowledging Black Latinx and Black culture as being part of Latinx community contributions because it's real.
So I am proud of the fact that I'm starting to see more white, fair-skinned Latinx folks who are recognizing they are part of the African diaspora.
That we're all Afro descendants. More conversations, more inclusion. Yes. And with that being said, this month, for the Black History Month, we would like to honor these ladies right here.
Yes. Oprah and Celia Cruz. I think we can both agree that they were a huge influence in our lives. And being Black Latinx girls, we want to take the time to recognize who were pivotal in our journey to becoming women. First, Oprah and I have the same birthday.
No shit!
January 29th, we're both Aquariuses. So I feel
happy belated, Oprah. Yes. I already said happy birthday.
I was like,
I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, yes. Thank you. I always thought that was like a little special.
I'm so jelly right now.
Yes, I mean, I'm working up to her level of success. But, I think that was always something to aspire to. Just the way she connected to people on TV, and she was just able to create a career that involves all of her interests. Like if you think about it, like she's an actress. She's a TV host. She has her own network.
Her own
network. Just to see how much she connects with people is so inspiring. Because if you think about it, and I think she talks a little bit about it, is that growing up and getting into this business, she wasn't typical for TV. She wasn't thought as the beauty queen.
No.
But it was just her authenticity that really resonated with people. And people listen when she speaks. And that is something to aspire to. So growing up, I just saw that as this Black woman with so much presence and power. It was just something that I wanted to grow up and have a little bit for myself. And I think Celia, besides the music and besides growing up and listening to her music, I don't know, just feeling good. She made you feel good with her music. It was her spirit. When she was singing and she would perform, she would give all of herself in her music, and she was just colorful and loud. Just exuded so much happiness and joy. And so many times, especially in our culture, we're always seen, especially in Latin TV shows and in programming, we always see ourselves as maids. And I feel like we never had the opportunity to see images of ourselves as happy. And I think that's one of the things that I really connected with her on, is that she just has so much joy. And I've never seen that, just this huge smile and laugh and just not being afraid of being who she was.
Oprah is and forever will be my goal. I'm trying to meet you, Oprah. I've been trying to meet you and make my way to you for years now, and I'm getting closer. Okay, I'm literally 2 people away from Oprah. I know somebody that knows somebody that you know.
Okay.
They might have met them once, but I'm getting there. Okay. It's my connection to my 6 degrees of Oprah. I was not an Oprah Winfrey show watcher. I think because I was also very young.
Yeah, I think a lot of the topics
might have gone over our heads a little bit for a while. But I loved, like you said, her love, her energy, how people gravitated towards her. I loved her in the color purple.
All my life I had to fight. I never thought I had to fight in my own house.
I didn't know that was her.
She switched, hold up. She switched it off. She was no longer Oprah the TV host.
No.
She became, that person of that time, that era.
She had an out-of-body experience, I believe.
Yeah. But she can play those parts. If you're like, okay, Oprah, we need you. The setting is the South and it's the 1940s and 50s. She's like,
gotcha, bro.
I got you.
I do remember her talking about Steven Spielberg telling her that she got the call when she was at fat camp. And she was she was out of camp when she was trying to lose weight. And they called her and they're like, you can't lose weight. And she was like, bleh. I was like, that's exactly what I would have said. I was like, I gotta be big.
Got signed out that day.
Shit.
I'm sorry. I will be taking this cake with me. Thank you.
And I appreciated that she always talked about her weight issues, because as a girl that suffered and as a woman that continues to go through her her body image. She was the first person that was like, she was big, she was thick, she fluctuated, she was open about it. It wasn't something that was generally talked about within our community. Like, yeah, we were told we were fat. Oh, tú eres gorda, or if you're eating another plate. You know,
when they would make the plates.
Absolutely. But then you're gonna call me fat?
And then, it's like, you have to eat more, or it's insulting. But yet, like, as I am gaining the weight,
you call me fat.
Yeah. And so, like you said, seeing Oprah just
talk about her weight struggle.
Yeah, it felt good to know, like, okay,
she understands. She's a marketing genius. Her own network. She has Weight Watchers. She has a magazine where she is always on the cover.
Yeah, that's
some
bullshit.
Not only am I gonna have my magazine, but I will always be on the cover, and I will always get paid.
Yeah.
Okay, because she's always looking good.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Oprah. Yeah. You're my queen. You're my inspiration.
Oprah.
Ooh.
Thank you. You know, Oprah, if you want that on your network, just call us, because that was dope.
We're here.
We got more.
Yeah, we got Gmail. Hit us up on our Gmail.
I also want to point out, when it comes to Celia Cruz, I was walking in Washington Square Park one time, and there was a painter out there, and he had a lot of paintings of different celebrities. I wasn't paying him any mind, but he called me over. He said, oh my God, do you know who you look like? And I'm like, no. And then he says, you look like Celia Cruz. And at first I'm like, oh my God, I'm a young person. So I'm like, oh my gosh, he's trying to say I look like some like older woman.
No,
and then he was like, no. You look her up when she was young. You remind me of a young Celia Cruz. Growing up, I never found anyone that I looked like. I've never seen another Black Peruvian person outside of family. So when he told me to look up Celia Cruz as a young girl, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Finally, someone who I felt that I had similar traits to. And it just made me feel so proud, finally, to be able to see myself represented. People don't understand how important that is. Like, that Absolutely. Is so needed, because you do tend to feel alone, and you're just so unsure about yourself. But seeing this woman who I felt like, wow, she looks, we look similar. I look similar to her, and seeing how just successful and loved she was just really something good to finally have.
For me, Celia Cruz was the only person that reminded me of my mom. So she had like the very like round, wide nose, same skin tone, and she was loud, and she loved to dance, and she loved the music.
People loved her.
And that's what, for me.
And love her,
Oh, well, yeah, forever. That was one of the reasons why I love Celia. And she, like you said, she was unapologetically Black, she was unapologetically Cuban, she was unapologetically a woman, and she loved it. And, she was there with her presence with, her wigs. All her wigs and her matching outfits.
She was matching the wigs.
Matching the wig, matching the sequins, matching the shoes. But she was also the only woman in Fania All-Stars, which was an all-male recording company. And to have her with her strong voice and her strong presence, saying La Negra tiene tumbao and saying it proudly, for me, she is everything. And, I believe Celia is like my mother, and Oprah's my fairy godmother.
That would be nice.
That would be very nice.
You can tell me shit. I'm like, do you know?
Celia's my mom.
Yes.
Oprah's my godmother.
Where did I come from?
What she want? Can you get to this level? That was for me a beautiful, like you said, representation mattered. And for me, Celia Cruz was that dark-skinned Latina who spoke the language of people at home, who danced, who moved her body in a way that was something that I got to see from the women in my family. So for Black History Month, Celia Cruz and Oprah Winfrey, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Ooh.
Can I get it? Ooh yeah.
Ooh yeah.
Ooh yeah.
Ooh yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. We don't got any more.
Please
share.
Please share for who you would look to represent for Black History Month. And if they're not here and they're not being represented, then pull them up.
Yeah.
Maybe it's you. Maybe you need to be the person representing for Black History Month.
Can I soar into the sky?
You're gonna soar again? You flew already. You flew once.
I felt really powerful in that moment. I thought I needed to fly.
Facts. Yes. Representation matters, and if you're not being represented, then you need to be the one. So, go ahead. Black History Month. You get azúcar. You get azúcar.